Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
Vinyl store, very retro. We opened it because we loved music and actually started collecting 30 years ago. Never really sold anything and just hoarded it up. And about 10 years ago, we decided to have our first retail shop. It looks like here we're going to fit about 160, 200,000 in the actual house. We have another 60,000 off-site. And we have another 160 approximate on 2 other locations, trailers, including personal storage and stuff like that. So a lot of vinyl. The movement of the music, the resonance, the reverb, everything that's moving in the music that we like to hear, they discern as noise, or the CD would discern as noise and remove it. And I'm sitting there saying, oh my God, it's stripped. So there's a wholesomeness and there's a fullness about the vinyl that the CD doesn't touch and never will really touch. We have a great collection. It's very expensive. Some of the records are very, very pricey. We have an original press of Rolling Stones' Rock and Roll Circus, some Ricky Nelsons that are blue vinyls, and just very expensive records that we don't want to play every day because you devalue and you face the value of the album. So instead, what we decided to do, and really just developed this over in Ohio, is she said, why don't you play them, but we'll just play them every once in a while at a party. So it developed into a listening party. So what we'll do is we'll post it on the air and we'll put up some advertisements of it and we'll tell everybody we're going to be playing these very special, rare records. And they kind of come in and it's kind of like a movie night. And we'll just hold up the record and discuss it a little bit and then play the record. So my dad was with CBS Records growing up, and he was a compensation analyst for them, amongst other things. But I came up with a lot of very rare factory sealed and half-speed mastered and stuff like this. And it's a gorgeous listen, and it's just really rare stuff. So the fans love it, and people love it when they hear stuff like that. And they also bring their own stuff in that's very rare. And it's a nice party. It's just a listening party. So really cool kind of thing. It's a nice little niche that we do with that. A third Thursday summer concert series. What we do is we get together and have a performance, and it's a live performance. We keep it very intimate and very small, 80 people, 100 people, and that's about where we want to be because it's a nice show at that point. You know, the artist gets a great applause from everybody, and everybody gets to get a great listen. It's an intimate performance, so very nice. So we started that, and we're growing each time that we do it. We're growing. Last time we were pretty much packed. We had 100 people in here, and we want to again keep it at that. I don't want it to be too crazy, but it's a really, really nice show, and the talent level has been phenomenal. I mean, one after the other, you just couldn't believe. It is a tangible item. And it's something today that the kids get a hold of and they actually understand it, you know. They would never underestimate the youth. In every era, it is what drove the music, and it's no different today. So they're buying records today. And the reason, and at record, no pun intended, but at record rates. There's really no reason other than I can think of as far as what the kids go. And they're holding something. They own something. They can actually look at it. They could read it. When that kid looks at me and he tells me, you know, I have 1,200 songs on my iPod, you know, I politely take it and I make believe I'm dipping it in my coffee. And I say, son, you have nothing. You never had anything. You didn't know it. And it's a bunch of binary numbers. It's a bunch of zeros and ones that you own. And where will that be in 100 years? You don't own a thing. If you grew up only listening to an iPod or only listening to an MP3, you wouldn't know what you were missing until you play that first record. And then that it just surrounds you, that sound. And so kids are hooked right away. It's really, really good listening.